Good morning. It's day 21. Julie has a sinus infection, so that's fantastic. I'm gonna keep heading to where I'm heading. Where I'm heading is towards the home direction. See what happens, because the crappy thing is normally my sinus infections last like 10 days, 2 weeks. And I really don't want to be sick while I'm trying to explore all these things. But at the same time, if I drove straight through, 31 hours from home. So I don't know how I'm gonna balance out, being sick and visiting things and driving. And if I was just like sick with like a cold or something, I would just hunker down for a couple days and wait to feel better. But I know my sinus infections, it's not a couple day thing, it's like at least a week thing. So I'm not contagious, so that's one thing. At least I don't want to like poison the country. But it does make it a little difficult to enjoy yourself when you're sick. So thought it was happening yesterday, but I wasn't gonna risk it. Like, I was gonna say, oh, I'm sick, and like make it be a thing. But yeah, I am. So now I have to admit it. So like I said, we'll see how things go. I don't know how much I'll do. Simple as that. Take it easy. I mean, I'm gonna start heading home, but that's like I'm headed home regardless. I'm headed that direction. So we'll see. Fun. And also it's pouring, and I have to go around the mountain to avoid snow. What an adventure, am I right? Okay, as I drive through Cody, I definitely thought I saw like a cowboy statue outside of this one little house. It was definitely the dude that lives there. Like, I mean, legitimate cowboy. And not like Texas cowboy, like cowboy. I thought it was a statue. It was hilarious, and I loved it. Alright, so Wyoming's beautiful. I mean, it's been pouring the whole time, and I feel like crap, but Wyoming is really pretty. And the fall colors and everything, like, it's really pretty. Anywho, I just wanted to say that I didn't bring all of my healing stuff because I could fill a whole other van with that. But, I brought some essential oils and stuff for, like, scrapes and burns in case, like, whatever. But, funny enough is when I was in Idaho the day before I started not feeling great, just randomly I went to, like, some old town hotel. It said gift shop, and I was like, I'm gonna go in this gift shop. And, they had creamed honey with cinnamon. And I've never had creamed honey before, so I bought it. And with cinnamon. Funny thing is that like a teaspoonful of honey with cinnamon on it is like the perfect medicine for any kind of respiratory infection. So I just think it's funny that like somewhere inside must have known that I would need some kind of medicine, because I don't pharmaceuticals, I don't do, to have purchased honey with cinnamon. Like, it was the most random thing. I even called my mom afterwards, like that night, and I was like, I just bought creamed honey with cinnamon, and I have no idea why. I saw, so I have a tub of honey and cinnamon on me, and would you look at that? So I did take some last night, and it made me feel a lot better, like going to bed and stuff. So I inadvertently bought myself some of my version of medicine randomly before I even knew I was going to be sick. So I think maybe I really truly do. If I would have like panicked or something because things didn't go, as soon as I saw that snow, but you go with the flow and things work out. Not a big deal. You just can't. That's another thing about expectations. Try not to have them, because then you don't get disappointed. Hey, welcome to Montana. Yeah, I literally had to go to Montana to get around this mountain. I forgot about that. So I'm in Montana again. I hated Montana. But whatever, like I said, I had to go to Montana to avoid the snowstorm by avoiding the mountains. So, welcome to Montana. People over there had their propane tank painted, and painted well, not like half-assed or anything. It could have even been vinyl wrapped. This is how well it was. To look like a watermelon. It was adorable. It's like there's a big giant watermelon in the yard. Because it's farms and stuff around here. Yeah, more people should make their propane tanks look like something. I don't think I've ever seen anyone paint a propane tank or vinyl wrap a propane tank to look like anything. Like it's always just a solid color. So that's fun. I just want to let everyone know. Now I don't watch TV. That's legitimate. I do not watch TV. However, I called my mom, like a week or so ago or whatever, and I was at a hotel and she was watching the postseason game in the Phillies. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch the game. I'm at a hotel right now. I can watch the game. So I watched it. And then I watched every subsequent game. Except for game 2 of this series. Point of the story is, now I will be watching all of the postseason Phillies games because the only one I didn't watch is the only one they lost. So don't worry, guys. I'll be tuning in tonight, and that's that. I mean, my mother will kill me if I don't. So I have to, because I was gonna say she's just a little stitious, but no, she's definitely superstitious. And you may be asking yourself, how do I know I'll have television in order to watch these games? Well, since I won the ridiculous amounts of money at the casinos, I am staying in like fancy, a little fancy. I'm staying in hotels for the rest of the whatever, because why not? Even the fancy hotels aren't really expensive out here, so I am certain I will have television for these games. Don't worry. Okay, I'm in the little town of Joliet, Montana, and there's like casinos everywhere, but like restaurant and casino, like the size of like nothing. It's all westerny, whatever. There's a side street that looked like the Old West. Like it had the buildings that were like on the slants. You know what I mean by the Old West, whatever. Point of the story is, I get gas, and there was a chick at the other pump getting gas, with the knife scar, from your mouth being slit open, whatever. I was like, oh, okay. This really is a weird place. It's just bars and casinos, and farms. It's adorable, but it's creepy. Well, Montana just told me not to tailgate because however many wrecks, whatever. I do not like Montana. I didn't like it before. I forgot that I didn't like it. I just don't like it. I don't know how long I would have to be, because I'm going back to Wyoming? Yes. Going back to Wyoming. But like I said, I had to go through Montana to get around the mountains to avoid the snow. So I just kind of looped up, around. So I just have to go to Montana to get around around the mountains and then I'm back down to Wyoming. I just don't know how long that's going to be because I just don't like it. I don't like. Oh, there was a town called Laurel that I had to get on the 90. I'm on the 90 now, and the whole town was a refinery. Like, I have the windows closed, it's raining, and I could still smell. It was like, I feel like I lost minutes off my life just from driving through there. Disgusting. I mean, I know it needs to be done, but like, it needs to be done on the exit for the 90 where like all these people drive. I don't know. I don't like Montana. Now, what are you doing, bro? Oh, and frontage roads. I hate frontage roads, and Montana's got them too. So, oh, and a pot store. And that's the thing about out here where all these places have recreational marijuana. I smell pot like everywhere. And I think it's bull crap. I mean, I don't have a problem with pot being recreational. I have zero issue with that. I mean, I don't do it, but I have zero issue with it. But I do have an issue with establishments and things smelling like marijuana when you're not allowed to smoke cigarettes anywhere. So, like, let's not make one thing okay and another thing not okay. So yeah, this is way station. Maybe I'm getting out of Montana now. We'll see. Oh, I forgot about the 90. The 90 east is on the 90 west. No, I'm on the 90 east. The 90 west is on the 90 east side because construction. So the non-snowing long cut that was going to turn into a shortcut because I could do 70 miles an hour is not working out like that when there's construction. What are you going to do? I mean, it's raining subtly at this point. Like, it's just raining. It's not pouring. It's very relaxing. It really is. I just would prefer to be relaxing in the laying down position because of how I feel. But it is what it is. Construction all over the 90. I don't know how I forgot. Oh, Montana. They have a sign, a billboard that says, "Trans people belong everywhere." No, they don't. There's not a single... Nobody belongs everywhere. Like, nobody. That's just a weird thing to say. Like, I don't belong everywhere. I don't like Montana. I'm outside Billings, which apparently is like the murder capital of Montana. No, I looked it up and apparently like the crime is out of control and they have no idea what to do about it because it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Why are the flags half-staff? Something happened? I don't know, like I'm racking my brain as if I saw something. How the heck, what would I see? Well, something happened. Because it ain't a holiday, they don't half-staff for Columbus Day anyway. I don't know. Something happened. Flags are half-staff. Oh, I think it's something, Israel something. Something? I don't know. I don't watch the news. Again, I don't watch TV. It's just, you know, my mom, baseball, and I said, why not? And see, now I'm trapped. Now I'm trapped into watching it. That's why I don't watch TV. I don't want to get stuck in any vicious cycles. I would like to get out of Montana. I'm on this road for 1 billion miles, and I'm headed east, so that doesn't tell me, you know, how long. I know I'm not headed all the way through Montana, because that would be like 400 miles, but we shall see how long I'm here, because again, Wyoming was really, really pretty, so I'd like to be back to that. There's a Hardee's, you know, Hardee's, like the fast food place. There's a Hardee's casino in Montana. There is casinos attached to everything out here, and I didn't notice that on my way the other direction, unless this is one of the places I stopped at a casino. I mean, again, for me to stop at these bootleg casinos is a waste, because I'm I can't play penny machines, but yeah, Hardy's Casino. There's a digital billboard, you know, like TV ones, and it had a countdown clock. It said 0 days till Halloween, and I was like, what? What happened? Because I don't know what day it is, but I'm fairly certain I left in September. And there's no way it's Halloween unless maybe I got kidnapped and didn't realize it. And it actually is Halloween. Could you imagine? I don't know. Unless Montana just has stupid billboards because they're a stupid state. That's probably more likely. This whole town, this whole area rather, just smells like an oil refinery. It's disgusting. And I mean, it doesn't matter how blocked my sinuses are, I always have a wonderful sense of smell. I mean, I did lose it for like a month when I got COVID at that one time, but again, I could be as blocked as anything and I can still smell. And it smells disgusting here. But again, I'm on this road for 222 miles. So I have no idea at what point this goes down into Wyoming. And I also have to imagine once we get past all the cities and everything, it won't smell horrible. But yeah, the state stinks. Ugh. Now that it's mostly stopped raining, for those of you who have never experienced a frontage road before, so I'm on a highway, a divided highway. My 2 lanes, there's 2 lanes to my left. And then over there, that road that you see is a both directions. You see a truck's driving on it right now. Road that runs along the highway so you can get on and off places without, you know, being on this side of the highway or that side of the highway. Those are what frontage roads are. Truck I just passed had a sticker on the back of it that said long load. I am not mature. A billboard for, and another one, Z94.9 FM, and that was just another one for 109 point whatever. They listen to the radio out here. I'm still in Montana. In Montana. Like, they're advertising on billboards about FM radio stations. That is awesome. What kind of fog storm am I about to drive into? I mean, I guess I'll find out. I can't see the tops of the mountains or anything. I can't see anything, you know, over 100 yards in front of me. Yeah, we'll see what's up there. So it's just fog, not a snowstorm. But I mean, the visibility is like 80 feet. Like, this is nuts. Luckily, people have slowed down and everyone appears to have their lights on, but like, this is crazy fog. Never a dull moment. Alright, well, fog's gone, and I think I'm in Wyoming. The sign said welcome to Wyoming. The Google Maps did not say welcome to Wyoming. Welcome to Wyoming. So I'm in Wyoming. Welcome back to Wyoming! Like I said, the fog went away like as soon as I hit Wyoming, because that was, it's like, oh, I'm glad I'm avoiding snow, but let me just drive through a dense patch of fog for several miles. So, back in Wyoming. I just drove past the town of Sheridan, Wyoming. It looks like I'm upset I'm not staying there. I don't know why that didn't pop up. Oh, because I didn't go this way. This was the avoid snow trip. I should have stayed in Sheridan. They had like the nicest trailer park I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, hand to God, it was like super bougie, but it was a trailer park. It was, and there seemed to be all these little things over there, like to visit and museums and stuff. It looks like a really nice town. Maybe if I come back out here at some point, I'll stay in Sheridan. The sign said variable speed limit next however many miles, and So now I'm in the section and all the speed signs are digital. And it says the speed limit's 65. But the car and everything says the speed limit's 75. It's very foggy. It also said fog for the next 20 miles on a sign. So they lowered the speed to 65 because of the fog. I thought variable speed might mean trucks, nighttime, like a sign, like the ones that say like daytime driving, nighttime driving. But no, it's literally, they changed the speed limit sign. So now I'm only supposed to be going 65, which to be honest, seems a little fast for how dense the fog is. At least it's not snowing. This exit up here is for Crazy Woman Creek Road. That's a fun name. I want to go to Crazy Woman Creek. Oh, I think I'm driving over it. I'm driving over Crazy Woman Creek. Let's see what it looks like. It's actually a gorgeous creek. Like, absolutely. It's the prettiest creek I've ever seen in my entire life. But it's Crazy Woman. That's probably why I find it so beautiful. I figure now's a good time to mention how amazing the human body is. It's like the best, most efficient operating machine that's ever existed or ever will exist. Now, like, okay, I'm sick right now. I was going up and down different elevations. I have a deviated septum, so I have sinus problems to begin with. Now, obviously, something got out of whack. That's how you get sick. Perfectly functioning bodies don't get sick. But the point of the story is the body heals itself. It's not like I need a doctor or something like that. I always stay away from people for like the first 48 hours when I know that I'm sick, because I believe it's a sinus infection, but I don't want to risk getting anyone sick if I do have some kind of infectious something. So that's number one. But number two, just stay hydrated. And what I like to do is quote unquote sweat it out. Whether I have a fever or not, I like to bundle myself under blankets, basically raise my body temperature, because the raised temperature from a fever, from fighting an infection, it's what your body does when it fights infection. The temperature's raised. So I have the heat blasting right now, so if I look feverish, it's just because I'm intentionally raising my body to help sweat out whatever's going on inside of me. And the other thing, like I said, that the cinnamon and honey is great for any kind of respiratory anything. And whether I have an appetite or not, I always make myself eat like healthy things, like bananas and like fruits and things like that. I knew this was happening. I knew my sinuses were blocked, and when they get blocked, that's how sinus infections start. But like I said, I did not bring everything with me that I would normally bring. Like, I have a steam thing. Like, it literally just, you put it over your face, and it's just steam. There's no drugs or anything in it. It's just a steam thing, and that normally helps clear my sinuses. I thought going to the hot springs would help, but there's not really much steam when you're outside. But yeah, the only thing, like I said, I don't like pharmaceuticals. I don't like taking anything. If I have a fever, which I don't, but if I had a fever, it's really quite amazing, because I had either the flu or COVID. I had whenever ago. And I had such horrible chills from the fever that I couldn't take sweating it out, because I was too uncomfortable. Fill a bathtub with like 84 degree water and sit in it for like 5 to 15 minutes, breaks the fever. Like, it's really incredible. No drugs, no nothing. Just fill a bathtub to, I think it's 84 degrees, but you could Google that. Sit in the water and fever breaks. It's incredible. That's how I get rid of my fevers. If I have a fever, like I said, if I have flu or whatever, I normally just grin and bear it with a fever, because your body's healing itself. I normally put my body into a feverish state to help it heal. But like that one time, it was just, I had the chills, like to the point where I was, like my jaw was clenching and I was shivering. So 84-degree water, it was fantastic. But yeah, the other thing is just like stay away from people. Like I am so sick of all this crap. I'm not talking about don't wear a mask and then go out. Just don't go out until you're certain you're not infectious. Like I said, I think I'm gonna be fine because all those things happened, and like I said, I am blasted in the heat right now to sweat out anything that is happening to me. But yeah, so that's what I figured I'd talk about my health and not using drugs. It's not that I don't do anything. I mean, I also do energy healing and stuff and whatever. But otherwise, even before all that, like I said, drink plenty of fluids and sweat it out. That is my go-to. I slept 13 hours last night into today too, so that's also another thing. That's my go-to. Sleep, drink water, and sweat it out. Well, I'm about to take the exit, and I made it without any snow, so yay! Change of plans again. I got to the place in whatever, Wyoming, and I walked in and I was like, I didn't look. I said, "Do you have an on-site restaurant with like room service?" And the woman was like, "No." And I kind of looked at her and she was like, "Oh, the website says we do, but we don't." Okay. So then she just handed me my room key. Like completely, and well, let's start off by saying when I got there was a sign on the front desk that said I'm in the breakfast area. So I walked back to the breakfast area. I saw a woman who looked like she worked there, and I said, "Are you, at the front desk?" She was like, "Yeah." And just looked at me, and I was like, "Well, I'm trying to check in," and she's like, "Well, give me a minute." Okay, like check-in's at 3. I was there at 3:30, and this is what I was greeted with. Anywho, I checked the place I was going to go to tomorrow, and they had availability today, and if I drive straight there, it's only an hour and a half from here. I mean, it was going to take me 7 hours because I was going to do this like loop to see all the different stuff on the way through, but the furthest thing away from it is 45 minutes back towards me. So like, point of the story is, so I booked that. Now again, I'm like a Hilton Gold member or some crap at this point, and they're supposed to like give me free stuff when I got there. She didn't give me free stuff, she just handed me my room key. Okay, so I booked the other place. I went back out to just tell her I was leaving, and there's another sign at the front desk that says, "I'm sorry, but I'll be back shortly." Again, like between the hours of 3 and 4 o'clock when check-in's at 3, who does this? Anywho, I sat there, I wait, and I was like, all right, I'm actually going to check out. And she goes, well, why? I said, because you don't have an on-site restaurant, and that's the reason I stayed here. Like, that's false advertising. She said, okay. Like, again, I don't believe I'm contagious, but I'm not about to like give an old person the flu by going somewhere to get food. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna do that. So I'm headed to South Dakota. rudeness, to be honest with you. With the little bit of rudeness. Oh my God, guys! I just saw a porcupine on the side of the road. It was adorable. I thought it was like a patch of grass or something. Is this seriously another one? No, it's not another one. But it was adorable. It was just like a spike. It was friggin' adorable. Welcome to South Dakota. Apparently, if I turn my phone on while it's doing that, it silences itself. So, I'm in South Dakota. It looks completely different than Wyoming. Like, awesome different. Like, super awesome different. Really good vibe here. I am seeing a lot of stuff in South Dakota. I'm taking more than one day in the same area. So, yeah, welcome to South Dakota. Okay, I'm only 12 miles away, and no snow. So, even if there is snow, 12 miles is nothing. I don't think there is. I'm looking at all the cars like coming at me to see if there's snow on them or anything, and there's not. So, I think I'm going to make it here without any snow.